Hi, everyone, and welcome to NYC Apartment Building Chat. I am Tina Larsson, co-founder and owner of the Folsom Group, and I have this video chat where I'm chatting with a bunch of industry professionals from the New York City apartment building industry. And today I am so excited to have Kelly Stinson with me. She's the National Sales Director for SAS, and she is also known as the Potty Princess. So Kelly, how are you?
I am fantastic, Tina. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you. So I want to hear all about how you ended up becoming the Potty Princess. Tell me.
I know it's more of a comical joke now for me with my teenagers. So I have one teenager that's just appalled, and then I have the other teenager that thinks it's super cool because I'm on YouTube. But it actually was, the Potty Princess nickname was more of a joke at a networking event that we were at a couple years ago, where somebody introduced me as the Potty Princess. Hey, you need to meet Kelly. She focuses on water conservation. I call her the Potty Princess. And because that just makes everybody giggle. And it was a great opener. So then it just kind of stuck, because all of these networking events are very closely knitted. So once you go to one, sometimes you'll see us, intertwined across others. And at the end of 2019, when I was really pushing a lot of educational content out there, I found that attaching a hashtag underneath it helped with getting to a larger scale, right? Which was very beneficial last year when we were all in shelter in place, and all these poor property owners were like, oh my goodness, my water consumption has increased, 3 times. I don't know what to do. And now I'm helping with being able to, provide some of those best practices.
Oh, fantastic. And I mean, that's what Potty Princess is, what stood up to me. And that's why I reached out to you. I said, listen, I gotta talk to her. But how did you end up in this industry? You were, it's a conservation kind of industry, just like I do. How did you end up doing what you do?
So, some people dream of being doctors. I dreamed of, playing with potties all day long. No. No, in all seriousness, though, I grew up in Southern California, where, water is such a hot topic. We've been through the drought. And that just, opened up, my perception as to, different ways to look at how we're utilizing water. And through that led me into an organization where I was able to help launch their energy services division. And we had tremendous success there. And that led me into the introduction with SAS, where instead of working on both water and energy, I get to be super laser focused specifically around the water, which is really where my passion is. Not that I don't have passion for energy, because I absolutely do, but water is really it. So that is how I ended up with SAS. And we're all using a ton of water, and we're wasting a lot of water, and there's no need for it.
I know. So we work in New York with old apartment buildings, and we often see toilets that are 5 gallons, from 3.5 to 5 gallons. And so what type of toilets do you install?
Absolutely. So we, within SAS, we focus on the interior plumbing fixtures, where we're working with aging properties and all of those inefficiencies related to the toilets and shower heads and faucets. Then we will come in and remove like those 3.5 gallons, those 5 gallons, even the 1.6s and 1.28s. And we installed the Niagara 0.8 gallon per flush toilet.
Unbelievable.
It is, because we have that negative stigma, like, oh my goodness, 0.8 gallons, is that really going to push any waste? We're going to have to double flush that. But what Niagara did was they actually re-engineered the toilet. And they re-engineered that in a couple of different components. They created a vacuum assist technology. It's not the pressure assist, it's the vacuum assist. So it's created an air pocket. So when you flush, it releases that air pocket. And that force is pulling the waste out. It's like siphoning the waste. And then the 0.8 gallons is rinsing the bowl and then pushing the waste down the line. And the Niagara toilets have the furthest line carry of any other high efficient toilet on the market today, which is perfect for these aging properties.
Wow. And tell me this, does the Niagara use a flapper?
No, I'm so glad you asked that, because Niagara toilets do not have a flapper in them. So like your rubber flapper that's in those tanks, they typically have a lifespan of anywhere from like 12 to 24 months. And it really depends on, the environment, like how hard the water is, if it's going to calcify, and just a little bit of sediment on those flappers can easily create a leak. So, if you're pulling out a 3.5 gallon per flush toilet and there hasn't been any ongoing, preventative maintenance over the years, it's probably leaking quite a bit. And I call those the silent leaks. And those are some of the most common unreported leaks by residents today. So
there's no real leak that we can see, but there's a little bit of water sipping out because the flapper is 10 years old.
Yep.
And now with it, and not only that, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. And with the flapper, if it's a building where the super normally goes and replaces the flapper, there's nobody who has to actually do that, or the person who owns or the handyman or whatever go and buy one and have one and install it and all of this. So it brings down the labor too.
Yep. Yeah. So you have like the reduced on-hand inventory for repair parts. Then you have the reduced work orders. So that way you can, reallocate, those, on-site, support staff to, the most pressing items. But I was going to share that, I follow a lot of the data points that come out of the EPA, especially in multifamily. And they share that 6% of the consumption, the water consumption on properties is actually coming from toilet leaks.
Wow. 6%.
So that's a lot. 6% of the actual consumption. So that's a lot.
And that's just amazing. Thank you, Kelly. I am so excited that you were able to stop by and chat with me today. This is such an important topic, and it is so near and dear to me to go green, and to you too, Miss the Potty Princess.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Love to talk to you.